It's the Super Bowl Review Spectacular. What is your headline, Andrew?
I think number one, you have to say that NBC did a very good job. It's a terrible game, not much interesting happening. And I think Mike Tirico, first Super Bowl, we talked about last week. He's been chasing championships. He left ESPN a decade ago. His first Super Bowl, Rob Hyland, his producer, his first Super Bowl at the helm, leading the charge in the truck. I thought they did well. We'll get into Collinsworth, who always is kind of, like most of these analysts, polarizing guy. But I thought he hit the right marks, in my opinion. We'll get deep into the pregame and all of everything, and we'll do some Olympics. But that's my headline. What did you think?
Well, first of all, terrible is probably being kind to describe this game. I felt like as a Patriot fan, I was back in 1992 watching Hugh Millen and Hartley Dykes and an offensive line trying to protect Drake May. But I think overall the production was solid. Collinsworth does state the obvious way too much. You want to talk polarizing? My phone was blowing up. For some reason, people just don't like him. And I'm talking general public. I'm not talking general broadcasters. But friends of Meter and Marchand just don't like him. We'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get into it all. This is Marchand and Meterparel. Everybody loves sports media. I'm Andrew Marchand. He's John Meterparel. We're presented by WSC Sports.
All right, what's up in your world, Marchand?
My what's up when you look at the Super Bowl was Fred Warner, 49ers, All-Pro. He was tremendous. I mean, I think when you look at someone who raised their stock, he made an appearance earlier in the year on Football Night in America, and Sunday Night Football's pregame show, and did well. I thought he really stood out throughout. There's no doubt in my mind that after he finishes playing, and it seems like he has some time to go, even though he's injured, he will have an opportunity to do that full time if he wants. So my what's up, Fred Warner.
And my what's up, a woman who joined him on the desk, Maria Taylor. I thought she was excellent orchestrating a 5-hour plus broadcast. She was calm, cool, and collected. She got in and out of breaks. She led people well. She was an excellent point guard. I've always thought she's just a little pedestrian, but I think she rose her profile. And I thought she, most importantly, got everybody to the right spot. Not an easy task. I know it's heavily produced, but overall, I thought the pregame show, for someone who watched the majority of it, I thought Maria Taylor, and she also made about 12 outfit changes, which is impressive. You and I only make 3 for a 30-minute podcast, but I thought that was pretty cool. So Maria Taylor's my what's up.
And my what's down is Tony Dungy. The reason is he will not reveal his Bill Belichick Hall of Fame vote. It's believed that Dungy voted against Belichick. Look, here's the thing about voting. If you have a vote, I think you have to stand on it. Dungy said that he's not supposed to reveal his vote. It's not fair to other voters. And yes, I guess there is a process of elimination. But I always said this as someone who voted for the Baseball Hall of Fame for a few years, and then I decided not to do it anymore because I was too far removed from baseball. I just think you need to be able to defend your vote. And I get it in the public forum, especially when you do something that's unpopular, you get a lot of heat. But that's said, there's a responsibility with it, and I think being transparent and being able to explain why you did something gives your vote weight and makes it so it's defendable. And if you're not willing to defend it publicly, then really is your stance that good a stance? If you're not willing to say, this is why I think I didn't vote for him. And I also think with this Hall of Fame stuff, which might sound like a cop-out, I do think when you understand the poor process of the current Hall of Fame selection with how they do this certain division, you could see how Belichick got left off. It wasn't some conspiracy. I think that's a little bit of a misnomer in this whole thing. But still, on the Super Bowl, Tony Dungy was asked, and wouldn't answer. I wouldn't answer all week on Radio Row, so he gets my what's down.
Good job by Rodney Harrison for calling him out live on that, too. My what's down, Colin Cowherd, Fox Sports Radio. Tough week for Colin, factually. He said that Jerry Reinsdorf was dead. Jerry Reinsdorf is alive. He said R.I.P. Jerry Reinsdorf during a diatribe. That was incorrect. I know we all make mistakes, but that's kind of a big one. Got to know if a guy's dead or alive. Also, thanks to our friends at Awful Announcing for pointing this out. Colin Cowherd went on a tirade about there's no warm weather NFL dynasties. There's never been a warm weather NFL dynasty. San Francisco 49ers, I'd call that a pretty warm weather place. How about the Miami Dolphins, 1972, 1973, warm weather team. Again, not easy on sports radio. We all know it. You and I have worked in it. It's hard. You get yourself in boxes when you're not really sure if it's right or it's wrong. He's definitive. He runs a great show. I'm not saying he doesn't, but you got to be factually correct for the most part. And I know Mike Francesa might have made a career not being factually correct, and others have as well. But that was a little dicey for Colin this week.
Fair enough. Our twice weekly podcast, you can listen to the full podcast at andrewmarchand.com. John Orand is the guest on probably kind of Thursday morning because we're going to tape a little bit later in the week. We'll go over all the Super Bowl stuff, probably look ahead to where the NFL could be going. andrewmarchand.com.